G'day everyone, T-Nick back here again in Transport Fever. You join us at, I think we're at Ventura? Yes, we're at Ventura. We're at Ventura Station, where there is not a train to be seen, but we have, what, like 65 people waiting? So that's definitely, oh, here comes the train now. You have a capacity of 56. Okay, so you won't be leaving full, but yeah, your frequency is really down. So what I'm hoping for, first of all, to start with, is to bump up this line from Ventura to Minneapolis. Once we've done that, we can hopefully increase the number of services using this spur and this whole loop that we set up last time. We sort of ran out of money to put more trains on this line here. So the first thing we're going to want to do is start double tracking this line here, which should be a pretty simple matter. I'll run this down here just in case we do have another platform in there, because then, you know, maybe we put a triangle in here. I don't know, but I've got an extra line in there just in case we should need it, and it just makes it look nice there with the set of points there. So that's a thing that we've done. Obviously, I'll connect this Y junction up as well, even though it's not something that gets regular use. That's how we got this train on this line in the first place. So I'd like to keep that option open in the future. So hopefully building the actual track should be reasonably inexpensive. It's getting more trains that I'm concerned about. We may have to take a loan out for that, because yeah, we haven't been terribly profitable in the last couple of years, and that's mostly because we've been building a lot of stuff. Hopefully there's not too much background noise in this episode, by the way. It is school holidays, so there are Rugrats playing outside on occasion, which is good. It's a very nice day outside. So I thought I'd sit inside and play Transport Fever, because that's what I do. I'm a grown man, I can make my own decisions. That does not want to join up at all. But also, yeah, the dog next door has gone into a barking thing. So, you know, it'll be perfectly quiet, the serenity will be real, and all you hear is yap, 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 for no reason. Just no reason, just yapping for the sake of yapping. So I've closed the door, so hopefully there won't be too much background noise in here. But that should be enough, apart from this weird bit of floating track here, which I'm going to have to fix because I'm obsessive like that. That's probably going to make it worse. Really didn't think that through. Let's see. No, yeah, there, like that. Okay, so it's exactly the same. I'll quit while I'm neither ahead nor behind, and just put some signals down instead. And we'll signal up this line here reasonably well. As you can see, a lot of diligence and care is being put into the placement of these signals. I'm hoping they're on the right side of the track. They are. Incidentally, we are probably only about, 30-40 years away from electric signals, so that'll be nice. Put one down here protecting the junction, make that a one-wayer. Also need to put a one-way down here to make sure that everyone stays on the correct track and doesn't get too ahead of themselves. So that's our train coming in now. What are you worth, by the way? You're worth about 1.2 million. Okay, so we can afford all of one train for that line. Thinking about what else we're going to do today, I figure I'll yak for a bit and get the money ticking up. I would like to do more with this factory here. I really want to start getting the goods down into Boston, and I would like to have sort of a freight terminal outside Boston where we can ship goods and food and fuel into, and then just truck it into town. Because this siding here, it's been doing quite well, but it's actually reasonably short. I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, I want to make a sort of a bigger freight yard here, so that we can bring trains in here. Eventually we'll be bringing construction materials in, probably from up here or further on somewhere. I also want to bring tools and machines in. Basically I want to have the whole gambit of, that's not Boston town, the whole gambit of consumable goods being shipped into Boston, and why not the surrounding towns as well. I mean, from this freight terminal here, we could have a trip train running down to Orange Freight Yard, and down to Ventura maybe, if we're taking cattle back out. I don't know. But essentially, I want to create sort of where are you off to? What is your problem? That is not where you're supposed to be going, sir. You can just go back to Minneapolis. Now I have to build another train to make you, help balance you out, because you never actually made it to Ventura. So all these people are waiting here going, oh good, the train's coming. No, it's not. No, it's buggered up and it's naffed off into the ether. So look, I know we got the shiny, thanks autosave. That's fine. I know we got the shiny Moga last time. That's probably not the right depot to build it at. No, we want to find a depot where we can actually access that line. Yeah, well, building it at Tucson last time worked because it could come all the way around through Orange and into Ventura that way. Well, Minneapolis, anyway. We really don't have a convenient depot we can build trains for this line at. So maybe we should build one down here somewhere. Or can we put a Y junction in at this? No, that'd be a bit tight. We could probably just build one down here in the triangle here. Oh, God. I added a few more mods, and that apparently is some of them. So we'll figure out what they do in good time. So let's put a depot down. Let's put it right in the middle of the Y here, facing into the station. Boom. Now, connecting that up is going to be a bit of a challenge. We might have to... Well, we can connect that up. That bit's fine. So we'll run the track right down to the platform there. We may have to move these points out a smidge. Yeah, I know you're complaining. Fuss, fuss, fuss. Fuss, fuss, fuss. There. You happy now? Yeah? Now, which way is the line trying to go? It is still going to go that way. Good. Okay, because I figured... You know what? We probably just may as well just use those points here and go back to... now, what's the problem there? That's a one-way signal. Well, we'll just get rid of it. Yeah, so we'll probably just get rid of this track. When we need it, and I wonder where it went, you can all remind me of this fact. But for now, yeah, we'll just keep it simple, stupid. And we will just put a set of points in here, like that. That doesn't look too complicated. I think that works. Yeah. Now let's get another train. May as well just go with the General again. I cannot afford another Mogul. Well, I can afford the Mogul. We just won't be able to buy any carriages for it to haul. So we'll buy 4 of those and send him out on the... Let's just make sure we can read it. Minneapolis line that goes to Ventura. And here we go. Please go to the right platform. I'll turn those floating costs off while I think of it. I always forget to turn them off every episode. And turn right. Thank you. So yeah, despite what I said to the contrary last episode, the General is not dead. I know I said, oh yeah, the General's dead, we're going to be building Moguls now. Well, you know, financial considerations aside. How many people are waiting to go on the Eastern Suburbs line? 32. How many vehicles do we have on that? 1. Okay, we should probably look at getting another train for that too. At least we've got demand for our trains though. We really have been neglecting this line, haven't we? 51 people want to go to Ventura. We spent a lot of money on freight trains. We haven't really done much with the old passenger trains. So, oh, this is another one of those outdated stations. Okay, well, hit the pause button, demolish it, and just hope we can rebuild it in a reasonable facsimile of what it was. 160 meters. See, that seems a lot... we built it a lot longer before, and I have no idea why. I could go back and check the video replay, or I could just sort of wing it. Let's extend this track down a bit here and hope that we can get the station to... We might have extended it too much. Let's extend it just a little... No, keep it straight. Keep it straight. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can snap that. No, we can't. Okay, extended it too much again. What if we bring it in from this direction? That might be easy to snap to. Let's have a look. Nope, too far over that way. This is really a trial and error process, isn't it? If I was smart, I'd remember which house I built it up to and then go from there. No, that's nearly there. So, not to the orange roofed house, to the cream roofed house, please. Yeah, let's try that. Yay! Close enough! That's the moral of the story here. Near enough is good enough. Play. Good. Well, we scared all the passengers off, so it's one way to solve our overcrowding problem, is just knock over the station and make them all leave. We should probably connect this double track up. Like that. Are they all going to come back? Please come back. Some of them are coming back. Most of them have just gone, bugger this, I'll get a taxi. Oh, that's nice. It automatically adjusts the road for us. Oh, thank you. Now we need this to connect up to this line here without too much fussing about. That will. Good. We should probably just double track this whole section here, like at least up to the junction anyway. We've sort of started... oh no, that's because that splits off for the freight line there, of course. So I'll bring this up and around. We probably don't need to double track yet, but we'll keep that arrow in our quiver, because I imagine we will in the future. We'll have to connect this up. Please connect, please connect. You're not going to connect, are you? No, okay. Well, just demolish that. quickly rebuild it, because otherwise things are going to go horribly, horribly wrong. And all is well with the world. Yeah, you very nearly got very confused. Actually, I'm probably being a bit too callous there. It probably is very confused, and I just don't know about it. But yeah, so we'll throw down a few more one-way signals like that. And yeah, that should be fine. We'll make sure the junction is always kept free at all times. But we will throw a signal down there. We'll put one in before the crossing. These points here can go away. I'll drop one down there and there. And we should already have... We don't have one on this side. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no, that's because that signal ended up over here. No, select the bulldozer, please. Good. Now, is the Eastern Suburbs line... It's very confused, and it's probably broken. In fact, that would be what that warning is. Yay! Now, when you go through Orange the first time, you want to go through Platform 1 from Boston. Yeah, we want Platform 2. That's better. That's fixed it. Had to think about that for a minute there. So that's happy, and we will need another train for that route, which we can just build at this depot here. In fact, we don't even need to build a new engine. We can just we'll just keep the wagons just in case. We can just use one of these we've got sitting around. In fact, if we can afford more carriages, where do those carriages even go? Let's just... There they are. For some reason, they attach to that train. Up. And we'll put you back on that train. Because I figure we can use these. No, I don't want to set line for all, just train 24, please. No, train 24 is the freight train. No, we want to set it for train 9. There we go. Eastern Suburbs line, please. We should come up with a better name for that. Call it, I guess, the orange line, even though it's blue. Eastern Suburbs line's fine for now. I get the feeling that is a Pandora's box of naming. That tunnel is very impressive, isn't it? It is seeing very little use. We really could have found a simpler solution. Oh, here we go. We've got a couple of freighters passing down here. Hello. Geez, you're looking a bit dated, aren't you? How old are you? 22 years. Yeah, this is another problem, is we have no capital at the moment, and we've got a lot of aging assets. Oh, look at you, you poor old thing. 23 years. Yeah, you're looking a bit tired, aren't you? Oh, dear. And we have all of... Oh, no, we have 700 grand in the bank. Okay, I was a little concerned for a minute there. But yeah, definitely, I think upgrading will be the name of the game today. But I also want to sort out this farm to food issue, because I miss it. I really want to get that line going again, if only because this is going to be our central food processing plant, because we've also got access to another farm up here. We can probably connect that via Ventura. No, it's a bit roundabout. We can probably connect it via San Bernardino. Yeah, it's a bit better. That would be eminently doable. We could even put a separate farm line in, just coming down to both of them and down that way. But one thing I was thinking about last time is we have this wonderful bridge here, and it is being underutilized. Obviously, we've got the road to the quarry. That's important. Probably. I don't know. But I'm thinking we've already separated the freight and passenger trains here. So why not extend this line and have another junction out this way, or even have the junction here and come up this way back to the farm and get that line going again. And I'd like to rebuild this as a bigger, more better hub type arrangement for all of our food trains to come in. So that is definitely a line I'm going to reinstate. I'm glad I scrapped everything up here, because yeah, this bridge here has a lot of potential that we're not really making the most of. Be very careful when demolishing the road that you don't actually demolish the railway line. So currently the passenger line goes straight ahead there. That's fine. Don't have a problem with that. It's the freight line I want to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 tracks here. Bear with me. It's going to make sense eventually. And hopefully while we're building this reasonably inexpensive track, I mean, it's all pretty flat land, we will be able to build some capital up. So we'll send the line off in that direction, please. And under the bridge. Yeah, if you want to stay flat, that's fine. I don't mind. Yeah, good. So you can snap, please. Good. Go under the bridge. We don't need to join the bridge. So that's a start there. So what I'm then going to do is I'm then going to bring this freight line up and join it up to that freight line to try and get a bit of separation between the freight and the passenger trains. Why is that curve janky? No, it's not. Just looked janky before I zoomed in. Don't mind me, I'm just losing it. And the added effect of that is we're going to get a really impressive looking junction going here. So, you know, we've got we can sort of bring it around like this. And yeah, this oil train can see the new track he's going to be driving on soon. But yeah, so I want this to connect up. No, that's right, it's not going to connect. We want it to connect this away from about there, maybe. Yeah, that'll do. So yeah, look, on the face of it, it does seem to be a bit of a roundabout way to get over there. But effectively, I want to get as much separation between the freight and passenger trains as I can. So driving them onto this new freight line and then having them connect up sort of after this big hub down here, I think will make a lot more sense in the long term as we start really sticking more and more passenger trains onto that line to Orange and Ventura. But of course, at the moment, it's going to be a bit messy and it's going to be 4 tracks of nonsense at the start. And of course, that didn't want to start with a good junction. We'll have to find a new way to do that. So let's just back that off a bit. We've got the bit going under the bridge. That's the important thing. So that's probably just going to rebuild exactly the same thing we had before. So let's instead peel that off like that. Is that going to look all right? Doesn't look too bad. No, that's probably the wrong way to do it. Let's think. What if we bring you down like that? No, it looks a bit ugly coming to the curve. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. The Halle tram is now available. I would have preferred the Halle Berry, but, you know, we'll take the Halle tram. What if can we get you to connect up at all without looking stupid? No, and I think it's the grade that's the problem here. So, what we might do is we might back that off. Probably back that off too much. And run this up like that. Yeah, there we go. And then we will have this line split off like this. And then go down like that. And then we'll have the other line split off and go down. You're going to connect up like that. Now, that doesn't look great, but I think it's the best we're going to do. And obviously then I'll put a set of points in here to get you across onto the correct side. Yeah, look, I would have preferred a nice neat diamond there, but I think this is the way we're going to have to do it with the change in grades and the hills and whatnot. But that's good. So that is heading in the right direction. So what I will now do is I'll just have a temporary connection between the 2 lines here. You know, that will suffice. It's not pretty, but it'll suffice until we can get our freight hub built up here. And it means that we can sort of get rid of this track here and smooth out the passenger part of the junction. Once this chap starts... Oh, who else is following him? No, you're a passenger train, you should be fine. So once the food train gets out of the way, we can start demolishing these points and this line here. So we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And no, just that bit. Good. So now, hopefully all the lines should... There's no warnings. All the lines should have switched over. Yeah, the outbound trains are now switched over to that one. Why is there a... Oh, no, it's 2 different yellow lines, isn't there? That's the passenger yellow line, and that's the freight yellow line. So that's good. So we can get rid of this track here. Get rid of all of it. And now that the freighter has gone through, we can get rid of the other one. And look at this. We've got a passenger train going over the top too. Really like that bridge. That is a cool bridge. So back that off. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out. And back that off there. Good. So yeah, as I said, bit of a funny looking junction here to start with. But I think it'll be better in the long run, even though that isn't terribly attractive. There. So yeah, we've got this passenger train. He's now on the right track, and hopefully everyone should have switched over. They have. Good. That was fairly painless. So next thing we need to do is extend this back up to the farm. We may as well keep it as double track the whole way because of reasons. In fact, that could turn into a big freight hub and just run a food and other freight down into Boston that way if we really wanted to. So we'll cut through that little valley there, and we're basically going to be retracing our steps. We're coming back on the former alignment from the old freight line. Now we need a freight station, please. So we'll go with 160. We'll go 240. 240 seems a bit long. Go with 160. It's not that far. Yeah, so we'll drop that back in where it should have been. We will put a second track in, one for grain trains, because, well, if this takes off, we will need we will need, you know, the capacity for grain trains as well. And if we're double tracking it, what's the harm in having the double track station? Why is that putting a bit of a hump in there? It's not. That's just how the landscape goes. Okay, just I don't trust it, because sometimes when it comes up from a depression like the station is in, it tries to hump to get a smooth return to the flat, and I'd rather just have a yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. I'd rather have a smaller hump than a bigger hump if I can. Now we need to put a bit of a junction in here so trains can change tracks where appropriate. Can we put in a cross without it being stupid? Oh, we can. Look at that. That was nice. Obviously, the hill isn't as pronounced as I expected. And then the usual business of putting signals down. Hopefully, while we put the signals down, we get to a point where we have enough money to buy a train. Oh, no, actually, because we can just reuse the trains that we've got in whatever depot they've ended up in. Yeah, so that itself won't be an issue. Hopefully, because we have the trains. Well, we used one of them as a passenger train, but we have the rest of them. And we'll put a signal in there. And we'll put a signal in here. But before we do that, we will need to build this hub over here. Now, do we want this to be food and goods or just food? The goods are coming from here. Look, the problem is I could run them quite easily down this existing line, but then we've got this giant depression here. So no, I think I'll have the main hub over at Boston, and we'll run them out in and out via Tucson, because I can extend the plastics train down into Boston as well. So this one, well, this extra track here probably is a complete waste of money now that I think of it. But what's the point in thinking when you can just wildly do? That won't connect because it's going to be a pain in the bum. Oh, you will actually. Hold on. There you go. No, that's not going to look right when I demolish these points here. So what we'll do is we'll bring it down like this, so that when we connect it up, oh, that's right, because we've still got this junction down here that doesn't actually exist anymore. So we'll just run it as a completely new track to about there, and then have it connect up. Yeah, and we'll still have to smooth that out when we're done. But the main thing is having it all connected up before we start demolishing things, because we've got quite a few trains running, and I'd prefer it if they didn't get too confused. So I'll run that down like that. Yeah, you can really clearly see where the junction was, can't you? Because it's sort of a weird sort of wibbly corner to get in. So if we demolish backwards a bit, we might be able to smooth that out. Yeah, it's much better. Just a nice, smooth, gentle, sweeping curve. Again, hate building while paused, but necessary evil in that case. And these points coming in here, are they... Yeah, the grade here is definitely a problem, and that's probably another argument against putting our hub in here, because it's just too much nonsense. In fact, I really want to rebuild it on this side of the road, but that will involve diverting the passenger trains. Something we will do... Oh, you know what? No, let's not half-ass this. Let's keep the quad tracks going around here and put a new hub in here. And look, it will still just be a food hub. We will have to pause this here because it is going to involve a lot of bulldozing and rebuilding. And I really don't want to confuse our passenger trains any more than we have to. So we'll get rid of all of this here. All of that. And then, yeah, see, we'll have the tracks just continue straight past. Is that going to leave enough room for a hub? It's not. Okay. More bulldozing. Back it back a little bit more. And, no, connect up with the track. Yeah, like that. Because we are going to need room for about a 3 or 4 track station here. And that is going to take up a little bit of space. So if we could bring the passenger line down, say this way. I'm doing this very roughly because... Well, it's all subject to change, as you well know. That's the wrong track. I want to bring this one down. No, I didn't want to do that, but I have, so I guess I'll make the best of it. Connect you up like that, please. No. Start with a buffer stop. There we are. And connect up like that. So again, that's a bit of a funny-looking kink to get past this freight station, but it will do for now. So let's have a look. Flexible station, please. We will be running longer food trains out to get to other places. So, yeah, I guess we should future-proof it. We'll go 240 for now. We can always extend it a bit more later. Need it as close to the factory as possible. So we'll go with 4 tracks for starters, just to whet our appetite. And we'll keep it as close to the passenger line as possible. Oh, can we bring it up to the same level as the passenger line? That would be much better. Oh, I see. It's the passenger line's on a hill, so yeah, that seems reasonably flat, reasonably well positioned. Connect you up like that. Good. You are within range. This is Upper San Bernardino as opposed to San Bernardino North. Take your word for it. We probably should have put a couple of through tracks in there, now that I think about it. So back to the drawing board. Now, we want 2 transit tracks, please. That's not really where I wanted them. Oh, I see. Hang on. What if we put 1 in each? There we go. They're the through tracks there that go for the fuel train. I think that's the only train that would actually use the through tracks at the moment. And then make sure that still connects. It does. But that's good, because what we'll do is we'll have the main line come through the middle of it, and that will be the template we use. So we'll sort of bring you down like that, and this end here, and that'll be the template we use for the snapping to the actual. There we go. So building this track out here, complete waste of money, because I, as usual, changed my mind and decided to do something else. I know, shocking revelations here. So bring this track down here, please. Snap to that one. And then we will have to go about connecting up all of our sidings to the requisite thingies. So that's not going to snap properly there. So we'll start off there. And will this look all right? Yeah. Oh, it's close. I think we can do better. What if we bring it all the way? No. What if we bring it all the way back there? No, it's not going to look much better at all, is it? No, okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can work with this. We will extend this. No, we won't extend it like that, though. That'd be stupid. We will extend and then snap in here. Okay, so we'll snap in a bit sort of here. And then this should, in theory, connect up with the through track over there. See, that looks all right. I mean, it's not perfect, but, well, it's about as close to perfect as we're going to get with me at the controls. And meanwhile, I'm just keeping an eye on our bank balance. It is slowly ticking up there and doing good things for us, which is good. So the other thing we need to make sure we have is cross tracks here for our trains to get back and forth between the 2 lines. So we'll put a nice quick set of points in here because, well, obviously we don't want the trains blocking up over the junction for too long, and that diamond is, of course, ugly as sin. Why can I never get a good diamond in? Well, I know why. It's because of the grade, but, you know, what are you going to do? So what you might do is actually make this track come down here, and we'll have the center track usable sort of by both directions to avoid having too much fussing about, and we avoid the trouble with diamonds. Because diamonds might be... Seriously, did you just why? Why do you hate me so much? What did I ever do to you? We'll just bring that back a bit more, and we'll try again. I think it's because this other track down here is not snapped to the rest of them. That's why it's having a bit of an issue. But yes, as I was going to say, diamonds might be a girl's best friend, but they are not doing us any favours in this series so far. That is about as smooth as that's going to get, I guess. So yeah, this middle track here will sort of be able to access. I need to make sure we can access all the sidings. So I'll bring that up like that, and then bring this one down. And no, we need you to connect up to that track, please. And that should be fine. We should have a set of points in here, but I don't think they're going to fit terribly well. Yeah, okay. Oh no, hang on, because they can always come out and go out this way as well. So that's not a problem. That's good. This passenger train is coming past to admire our vastly over-engineered food station that we've managed to build. Now this end we should be able to get a diamond in a bit simpler. I really hope so. God, I hope so. I imagine it's all pretty flat out here, so I can't see it being too much of an issue. So that's a reasonably good looking entrance and exit track. So yeah, we'll bring the freight line down here, and we should be able to squeeze in a sort of a diamond junction in about here, I reckon. Of course, or it could just say construction not possible. Also good. Yeah, just really stick it to me, eh? Yeah, you sure showed me. I really didn't want to have a nice looking... Ooh, there's a bit of a hump there too. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. So if we build across here, we will only get to one of those tracks, so we might have to move the diamond right down here, which of course will involve demolishing track here, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So we'll have to put a temporary connection into the passenger lines. Bear with me, I know we've made quite a mess so far, but we are gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel shortly. So with this all connected up, we will start diverting trains. So this one here, the cattle food San Bernardino Orange Ventura, instead of going to San Bernardino North, I want him to go, we'll just chuck it down the bottom here, in there. And you can quite happily change tracks from there. No, you can't. Okay, so what if we put you on 2? You still can't change tracks. Right, 3? Nope. 4? Nope, okay. May have to put in more temporary points to... There is a lot of whistling going on. Could you all cut that shit out, please? I'm trying to think. Seriously, these trains and they're tooting. What are we going to do here? We will have to put in... you know what? What if we just make that a temporary double slip? That'll fix it. Okay, good. So leave that open, though, because we need to... Seriously, what are you whistling about? There's no whistling required. And you will send on your way, because I also want to switch you over, so we can demolish this and really get this going. So you have to go via signals. Pretty sure we fixed that problem. So instead of going to San Bernardino North... Oh, I deleted all stations. Whoops-a-daisy. Really made a mess out of this, haven't I? Okay, that won't connect up either. Why the bloody hell not? What if we put you through 3? No. Okay, what have I... Because I haven't connected these tracks to literally anything. That would be the problem. So as you can see, today is going spectacularly well. You're off to Upper San Bernardino. Can I get you to go to Boston? Yes, please. And we'll just fast forward to quickly get you out of the way. While we're doing that, we can now demolish this former food station here. Hey, again, you're obsessed with the whistling. We get it. You like your whistle, and I'm proud of you, but, you know, there's a time and a place, mate. So we'll get rid of all that. So the red line is still doing okay. The blue line, however, is going to require a bit of twiddling. I don't know where you're going, mate. Obviously, I've done something to you. So we'll demolish all this. This is always a challenge, trying to build things around other things that are already running. So we'll get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. We'll just put it back to normal speed now so we don't mess anything else up. And we will bring this track down. There we go, blue line. Blue line is still not happy, okay. So ideally we want you to come into one where you can get back out again. So one of the middle ones, preferably. Actually, no, you can do it from... You should be able to get in and out of platform 1. So we'll change that to platform 1. Still can't connect all stations. Why not? Why are you not coming in via... Okay, why are you not using this track at all? You should be able to come up this way, down this track here. Is it a limitation right at this end? No? Okay. What if we put you into Boston Freight Terminal 2? There we go. That's fixed your problem. Must be a missing set of points down at Boston. Boston, obviously, we will be rebuilding as well. Why are you changing tracks? There's no reason for you to want to change tracks. Is it because we haven't put any signals on this line? Possibly. No, we've got a signal there. We've got a signal here now. We might not have any signals going the other way. That might be his issue. So we'll fix that. There we go. Now he's back to normal. Okay, I knew it had to be a signaling issue. These points here don't need to exist. I can hear someone whistling. I thought I told you to cut that shit out. We'll get rid of that signal and move it down to here. This is just ridiculous with the whistling. They just won't stop. Okay, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. And move that signal down towards the junction, please. So these points here we will keep in case of emergencies, but ideally I'd like to run all through freight trains through the hub here and keep these lines purely for passenger trains. So we'll put some more signals down on the passenger line. Hopefully we haven't upset the passenger trains too bad. No, that's completely the wrong side. I've knackered that. Okay, you're allowed to whistle this time because you're leaving a platform and you actually know where you're going, so you're proud of it. So that's fine. Now we still need to sort out this junction here because we've still got a lot of issues here. And I'm going to quad track all the way down to the tunnel here so we can separate the freight and passenger lines completely. Because, you know, that way it's just going to be a lot easier as we expand in the future. Again, made a mess now, but I will clean it up. I'm fairly sure with the help of the pause button, I can really clean it up. So again, the red line is going to be upset. Back it back here. No, we don't need to build track here. We need to keep bulldozing. Because I'm going to get rid of this weird little curve here and just sort of kill two stones with one bird. So a lot of bulldozing going on. Hopefully we can pick up all the pieces afterwards. Because, yeah, we've got the quad track tunnel here. And, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'm just going to go all in on the quad track. Because, well, that way we never have to worry about building track through here ever again. So we'll bring this track up like that. Boom. And that's put a nice little cutting in there, which is what I wanted. Because it sort of gets rid of that S-bend. Terrain alignment collision. Okay. We'll try building it from the other way. Is that gonna... You're gonna connect up? You're gonna... Really? Seriously? You're gonna be difficult. You're gonna play it like that. Well, okay, we'll put it like that, and then we'll just put in this this turny-aroundy set of... Yep, let me have it. Let me have it. Good. So, yes, good. So you can use that platform, and you can get back to where you came from, which is good. That's not a racist comment either. It's not like, go back to where you came from. It's just he needs to go back to Ventura. So you're going to snap, but you're not going to snap the way I want you to. So what if we bring it down like that? Is that... No, it's not a great curve, but it'll do. And then we snap you in. And we're building one heck of a cutting here, but I'm pretty sure it'll work out. I have faith. I just need that to actually build. Yeah, have faith in me, and I will have faith in my ability to build a cutting. Now, hopefully the passenger line... Yep, the passenger line has sorted itself out. It seems the freight lines are quite happy with the new arrangement because you'll notice we don't have any warnings up there. And all it takes is to put some signals down. So these two lines are now happy, and they're using separate platforms, which is probably the most important thing. We will also need to put down some signals here. Coming out of all of the tracks there, and we'll make that a one-way signal because obviously that is for through trains. We'll drop one down there. We'll leave the rest of the junction here free of signals just because I'm wary about trains facing off at each other. So we'll put one there, put one down there. We'll need one up here, one here, and one all the way down here, please. Good. Now again, this one here, one-way signal, because this is the in and outbound freight trains here. So again, gotta make sure everyone can get to every track, so you can come across here, and across here to go backwards. That's fine. And coming in, trains can come off here, and they can't get over to this platform here yet. Okay, so we'll move this signal. And we'll just, no, I don't want to build it again. I want to put another set of points in there. Good. So now everyone can get to every platform from every direction without any issues. Well, hopefully without any issues. We'll probably find an issue to have, but until we do, we'll be fine. You know, optimism. So currently the oil train knows to use the through tracks, which is good. That's the whole name of the game. Throw down a few more signals here. That's a one-wayer. And I think we've got the line pretty much signaled up now. I'll drop one down there. So these points, again, we'll keep them here just in case of emergencies, but we shouldn't actually need them unless something's going to or from the depot, because the freight trains should all know to go through this new food hub here, and then again through the bypass track down here if needed. There isn't a bypass track. Oh, there is a bypass track in the middle. Yes, good. So you are now happy. You're waiting for a free path. Why? What are you waiting for? Is there a train ahead of you? Is there a train going the wrong way? I'm a bit confused. Is it because we haven't built any signals on this line? Possibly. Is that going to help you? It is. He's moving off now. Yeah, so we should probably signal up this line as well, because we sort of haven't really. So we'll put down a couple there, and then we'll need to drop down 4 at a time now. God, the orange line has become really, if not busy, then overdeveloped, I think is the word. And we'll chuck a couple down at the cutting here just to help space our trains out. Good. Okay. So that is fine. All this to get this farm reconnected. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Measure once, cut 17 times the rate we're going, and it's quite an impressive station for the piddly little trains that we're running, isn't it? So how many wagons do you have? 6. Okay, so we'll need to set a line up from here. Yes, and down to now. You're going to have to pick a vacant platform. That's orange. That's not where you want to go. You're going to have to pick a vacant platform here, and you've done so successfully, and you haven't got into any problems. So this is cattle, and this is from Tucson. I'm pretty sure we use Tux. To, do we call it SNBD? Oh, we did. There it is. Cattle food, SNBD. Excellent. So that's cattle. Good. And we'll have it full load at Tucson, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. Got to remember your manners when you're talking to simulator trains. Now, the next trick is finding where we parked all those trains. Oh, we did only have 3 running on that line. Okay. That's okay. So that's good. So we'll need to find the depot over here where we had that other one. We'll need to buy a new general. Although, no, we'll stick with the general for now because it's a known quantity, and when the other ones start getting life expired, we'll look for a solution for all of them. But we'll send you out on. I didn't save the name for that line, did I? It's just called line 1. Bugger. So we called it cattle from Tux to Sunbird. Press enter this time to save the name. And we'll send you out on the same line. And wherever you are, we'll send you out on the same line. Oh, you're one of the ones down here. So who's the mystery? You're the mystery train. Yeah, off you go, fella. 21 years old, so you're pretty much due for replacement anyway, but we'll give you one last hurrah by sending you back to your old stamping ground. So you're going to get from here to here via everywhere. Actually, that's probably one of the reasons we've still got these points in. Never mind, they go the wrong way. I have no idea how he's going to get to where he needs to get to. Where'd he go? Yeah, good luck, mate. You're on your own. You're probably going to end up down at Ventura or something and coming back. We should probably set a grain train up too, seeing as we put all the effort into, get the infrastructure set up for it. We should still have a free platform here. Yes, 1. Wow, that filled up really quickly. We might have to add another couple more platforms sooner rather than later. So we'll send the line from Tucson down to San Bernardino as well. And we'll call you Grain Tux. Oh no, because that's an abattoir. So no, we're not going to have a grain train going down there. I've completely forgotten. See? Abattoir. Yeah. Okay, we'll forget line 1. Just delete that. No, we'll have to send the grain somewhere else to some sort of cereal factory. I forgot that we were trying to keep this as a beefery, beef produce for beef, because beef is delicious. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for the train ahead of you to go, which makes perfect sense. So, what else do we need to do? We need to work on our food deliveries down to Boston. And Boston, we need to build a big-ass freight hub sort of out here somewhere to bring goods in. That's the next thing we need to do. And we've started to get a bit of money in the bank, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we're already trucking the fuel out of here. Where are we trucking the fuel to? Or is that the goods we're trucking in there? No, because the fuel should be delivered straight away because this is the industrial area. So it's only consumer goods that we need to truck out, and they seem to be struggling because obviously the food train is not delivering as often as it should be. So we're probably doing them a favour if we put a bigger freight terminal in here. I wonder if we can actually make this bigger. We can put more platforms on it without really Yeah, I'm concerned that we'll need to put trucks into the industrial area too, just because of, if we extend it out this way, that's okay. But if we extend it out this way, we're going to have train 5 has reached its lifetime. Oh no, egads, that's not what I wanted to click on, nor is that. That something down here is what I want to go away stations. Let's have a look. Where's train road vehicle 61? Okay, we'll fix them now that we've seen them. What are you? City Circle? Yeah, we'll replace you with more stagecoaches. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Don't care. Road vehicles, boring. Train 1, what is train 5, they said? Eastern Suburbs line. Yet train 1 is 33 years old and not complaining. Why are you not complaining? No. Don't look that gift horse in the mouth. Is it the passenger carriages that are getting too old? I think we figured that out last time, that they have a lifespan of 25 years and the loco lasts for 30. So how the hell's that other one at 33? No, don't ask. Just don't ask. Okay, so train 5 will need to upgrade. Now this line is doing quite well for itself. So let's splash out on a mogul. In fact, let's just buy a new train and retire train 5 in its own good time. So where's a convenient depot? In fact, there's a convenient depot at Ventura itself we can use. So what we'll do is we'll buy a mogul here, 260. And we'll get him 4 passenger cars there and send him out on the Eastern Suburbs line. And now where is train? Oh, you're coming down here too. Perfect. We can send you off to the depot as soon as you cash in your 33 passengers. Oh, you poor old thing. So in theory, we can get another 5 years out of the loco. It's just the carriages. So wonder if there's any harm in sort of sending him to the depot and rebuilding him as a freight train for 5 years. Just because we are being... well, penny pinchers at the moment. Really not opposed to that. The question is, how do we get him to a convenient depot? Because the one at Orange faces the wrong way. And if we send him in here, well, to get out, he's going to have to come through the platform. And no, I thought that track looked ugly. But it was just, when you zoom out, there's ballast over it. I thought something had gone wrong. So no, we'll just send him to the depot and scrap him, unfortunately. Bye-bye. Sorry, people waiting for a train, but there'll be a shiny new train arriving shortly, so you can just put up with that. So that's good, that's good. Now, what were we doing? We were looking at Boston. We were trying to build a proper freight terminal down here. So what I'm thinking is we have to demolish this one and build a new one up here. What's complaining? Okay, well, let's just send you back to the depot then, because obviously you don't want to play nice. So he can now come into the depot. And we'll just try again. Yes, good. So you know not to come out of the depot until he's come in. Oh, here comes the other train. Hello! Look at all these trains. And oh, dear God, that's not good for the wheels, mate. Yeah, okay, there's a reason we're scrapping this train, obviously. How many trains are on this line, by the way? 56 of 56 passengers, too. You're doing all right for yourself. Yeah, okay, we might want to add another couple of generals to that line as well. How many are you taking out? You taking anyone out? 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay, so it's more popular coming into Ventura than it is going out at the moment. That's okay. In fact, some people might actually be changing to go to Orange because we have no real connection between Minneapolis, San Bernardino, and Orange at the moment, unless they want to go via Boston, which I don't think is completely unreasonable. When we get faster buses, we can always put a bus in between the two there. But yeah, no, before we get too far ahead with this goods concept, I would like to put another couple of passenger trains on that loop line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just bodge them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll bodge them back down again. Don't know why that happened. It's just one of those things, I guess. So yeah, so that should be 4 and 4, even though the ones going around the Nashville line are faster. They really only conflict between Minneapolis and San Bernardino. I wonder if that affects which line people choose. Yeah, so here we go. People going, oh no, never mind. 6 verse 1. I thought it was 80 verse 1. Yeah, okay. Disregard. How are you doing? You're losing money. Okay, maybe the mogul wasn't a good choice for this passenger line. He's not doing terribly well for himself financially. Okay, that's one to sit on. Maybe sticking with the general would be a better idea. Where's another one? Oh, you're doing okay. It must be because you're following him, you're not picking up as many people. Okay, but anyway, distracted. Back to building this freight hub at Boston. So we want connectivity out to this line here up through Tucson, and we want connectivity out through San Bernardino and Orange as well. So I'm thinking we've got this good bit of unused land up here. So I'll have to put a temporary track in to sort of bypass where we're going to be building, just so that we don't sort of upset anyone. So we'll put a temporary track in through... well, past this station here, just because it's going to look a bit messy, but you know, just until we can get things rebuilt back to how they should be. Yeah, good. So that means we can now demolish this track here. We'll need to make sure we have a transit track for our oil trains to go through. But yeah, now we've got pretty flat land, I think. A little bit of a contour, but it should be pretty simple to build on. Yeah, now we've got plenty of land to build on, and we'll have it so that if Boston wants to expand their industrial area down here, we won't dissuade them of that idea. So I'm going to go for the maximum station size, 320 meters. Okay, I'm now going to back it back to 2. No. May as well just get the pain over with. Oh, that's right. I can put it on a hill, can't I? What do we got? We got station slope -1, makes it worse. 1. There we go. That's better. So 1, actually, that should be all the slope we really need. And we're now actually in the red. Well, we're not in the red, but we can't afford to build this station. So there we go. I fixed it. Problem solved. So we'll put it as close to town as possible. And we'll just sort of squidgy it. Now, the transit tracks I want to put in the middle. So we won't go with the same design we did for the food, because we'll still need the fuel siding, and we'll make that the top one. So we'll put the transit track. Actually, we only need one transit track because the fuel train is the other direction of that. So that should be a fine place to build it there. Are we going to commit to it? Well, that's good because we have. So that is the maximum length station we can build. I have downloaded a mod that lets us build bigger ones, but I didn't activate it for this part just in case there was a mod conflict. And I have activated a few other ones that I will hopefully show off before we finish. I don't know how we're going for time. We should probably wrap this one up after we build this thing. But yeah, so, you know, I didn't want to have a conflict, and we're not doing too bad for station size at the moment. I mean, we're not even using the 240 meter one yet properly. So this is definite future proofing, because I'm concerned that, you know, as we expand, we will really need this sort of capacity here. So again, connecting up to this junction is going to be a problem. So I'm probably just going to build new tracks up here and then just sort of send the other trains over when we get the chance. So this will be the new track out this way. So of course it won't connect up there. So we'll try and spin him off. No, he's going to construction, not possible me. Okay. What if we try and connect up the other end? Yeah, we probably put that on more of a corner than we needed to. Or less of a corner than we needed to. I don't know. Actually, no, this needs to come off that track there. So we will need to have a set of points in there, doofus. There we go. So that'll be the through track through for the oil train. So we'll run him up. Hang on. Where is the oil train? The oil train's coming down. So if we hit pause and we demolish that track there. Yeah, okay, so he's going to be forced to come through the new track, so therefore we can demolish all of this. Oop, demolished too much. Story of my life. And we'll build his new track sort of up like this, and we'll just have it join onto the existing track for now. And that should be him happy. And we can get rid of this temporary track here, because it served its purpose for, I'm going to say, precisely 0 trains. So we'll make this track here closest to the fuel siding. So inbound trains can be coming in sort of up here, so yeah, maybe not. Not that it really matters, the trains are all going to have to cross over anyway, so yeah, we'll just make that the fuel siding, and we'll push this over here. Yeah, that set of points was okay. Hello, Whistles McGee. We'll need to keep all these points up here intact though, because the food train doesn't have a new platform yet, so I'm hoping we can... It worked for a second there. Okay, it's not pretty, but it'll... Yes, hello. It's not pretty, but it'll do for now. Autosave's going to interrupt things. But yeah, so we need to get at least one more of these platforms connected up, lickety split, so that the fuel train can, the food train rather, can divert into this new facility as well. So far he needs to get back across to the other track. We should probably divert the fuel train now. That's not how we do it. We do that. So I'd like to also connect up this end of it too. Yes, and then we will quickly demolish that, and we'll run him down there. I know you can't connect all stations, and that's okay, because we'll demolish that one and then send you in through. And you know to go through platform 1. You're a clever little cookie, aren't you? Okay, good. So that's the oil train sorted out. So we can't demolish that just yet. The food train does still need to go in there. We'll also have to fix up our trucks too. Not that they're doing anything at the moment. In fact, why don't we send the Boston deliveries line, just send it to the depot for now, and we'll just suspend that for now. In fact, I'm just going to get it over with, rip the band-aid off. We'll just get rid of everything here. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. Kaboom, kaboom. Now, I did want to rebuild this whole thing here anyway, so I may as well do that now. Boom, boom, boom. We're doing a significant amount of bulldozing in this part, aren't we? I don't know if I should be proud of myself or ashamed. Okay, the food train is coming down now, and he's had a tough enough life as it is. So I don't want to make life too much worse for the poor fella. So, these two tracks are fine, because one of them is the oil track and one of them is the fuel track, so that's okay. So we'll need to put a set of points in here for you, and then you will need to cross over like that. And then we will need to send you... so you've jettisoned all your food because you don't know where you're going. So that's okay. I can't really blame you. Don't know if that's how I would react to things going not my way. But yeah, jettisoning your food is an option. So he's now happy and he can continue running. We will need to connect up our streets again though. That's a funky looking intersection. I want to get some industrial catchment alongside of our station here. So I'll build a bit of a road sort of along like that and then just sort of connect up there. Because I would like to encourage the town to sort of build some more industrial down here, but I would like to make sure we have enough room left for a truck stop. So we'll smash that one. And no, I'd rather not demolish that factory if I could. That's not going to be an option, is it? What if I get rid of that road? And there we go. You'll do it without demolishing the factory. Thank you. That's all I asked. So hopefully we can fit the truck stop in here. And it will catch the station. It looks like it catches the station. So that way it shares the same name. And Boston deliveries should still work when the food train starts shipping food again. So we'll just grab these guys heading to the depot and put them back on Boston deliveries. Yes, sorry, I had a bit of a hiccup there. That's very embarrassing, but less embarrassing if I'd actually hiccuped and gone and made some stupid noise. Just made the stupid noise anyway. Probably didn't save myself any embarrassment. So good. We've got a couple of extra platforms here for goods trains. Boy, that poor little train looks very small compared to the rest of it. Now this siding up here is still working as intended. No, it's not. The food train wants to run through the... Yeah, okay. Because what I'm thinking is we extend these two tracks up here in just a display of railroad superiority, and we rejig that station as well. And yeah, that should be how we finish things off today. So we'll run them under the bridge separately, so we can make our own hill. Because I remember the hill up to the oil station is quite severe. Are you going to be able to snap? You're not, are you? You're just going to... No, okay. But that's okay, because we should be able to just sneak on past without too much argy-bargy. Now, is that going to fit? We'll make it fit. We're going to shrink that station down anyway. And again, pause, bulldoze, 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 all of the things. I know I only built this stuff this episode, but I've gone ahead and bulldozed it. Yeah, bring this back to the bridge. I complain about not having any money, but if I you know, reduce my dependency on building things and then knocking them down again without ever having used them, might be able to save myself a bit of pain. So we'll get rid of this transit track here. Do not demolish the station by mistake. We will tweak you to not have a transit track anymore. There you go. That wasn't so hard. And then we just need to connect you back up down here. Okay, you're going to be difficult. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I can work around your difficult beingness. That's not an unattractive junction either. Good stuff. We'll also need to demolish all of this and just redress this from the start, I think. Whoops-a-daisy. That's probably bad. Did not mean to do that, and now have serious concerns about the safety of those trains. So quickly rebuild this and hope that all goes well. No, okay. You haven't wanted to connect up, that's the problem. If we rebuild from the points here, please fix. Oh, it fixed. Oh, thank God. Because we're going to get rid of those points. Because I don't think we need them anymore. Famous last words. Yes, everyone's whistling in triumph at their fixed junction-y freight scenario. Freight scenario? Yeah, why not? Where's that signal? There's a signal there. We'll put one in parallel to it. We'll need to put a signal down here. Yes, one way. I don't want to look at what the signal can see. Good. Okay, so that's all right. So for now, these two tracks up here are completely pointless. We could probably divert the food train down to those, actually, if we're clever. So we'll get rid of that, and instead we will run this track down here, like that, and like that, and that should accomplish the same goal, except not have him go through the oil station, which is something I'd like to see happen. So yeah, look, I know we haven't built much today, but it's been more about sort of future-proofing and getting everything ready for the next stage of expansion, which, well, now that we've started to get a bit of money back in the bank, we can sort of move on to. Because I think it's time to expand. I really want to go bigger. I want to go big or go home, and I'm already home, so that just leaves going big. So I'll put a one-wayer down there. This should be fine for signals for now. The oil line, I'll chuck a couple of signals in there. Because, yeah, we're going to expand operations with this oil train eventually, and I'd like to make sure it's... Why don't we just straight... No, you know what? Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And I don't know why I bothered making that a one-way signal. There's no actual points anywhere near it. Yeah, so that's fine there. But no, that's good. Okay, so we've now got the Boston Freight Hub in here. And it has quite a good catchment of the industrial area. Anyway, so it's still going to be accepting fuel. Hopefully the food train can get back on its feet after all the disruption we caused last time. There's 7 food waiting. Are we just not shipping enough cattle, or is the food all trying to go back to where it came from? Because at the moment there's no food going into Tucson. That's something I'll have to address in time. Okay, so I know I said I was going to wrap things up, but maybe before we go we need to do some upgrading of these trains. How much we got? 4 million. Let's look at this. Actually, that's a bad example because that's still trying to bed in. Let's look at this line here as a good example because we've got heaps of cattle. We've got some old trains and a potential to upgrade. So let's go Baldwin. And let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2.9 per vehicle. So we can probably only do 2 of the trains. I'll do the 2 older ones. Let's have a go at you. 2.48. Okay, so we obviously get a bit of bit back. And we'll do this fella as well. Not enough money. Okay, well, it was a nice idea. Well, we did one of them. But yeah, if we can get more cattle going up here, we can get more food produced. And where's the other train? This train here, we agree that you're on your last legs. Yeah, see, look at the grade separation there. Yeah, you're looking a bit tired, so we might upgrade you. Do we want to go another general? The general is cheap, and we'll just give you some more modern box cars. We'll say 8. What's that going to cost us? 1.6 million. Yeah, okay, I'll spend that because I want the food going down to Boston again. And it might be neglected because... Oh, no, we got 21 there now. Yeah, I was going to say it might be neglected because it's an old train. Because, yeah, I know that affects transport ratings in Transport Tycoon. I can't remember if it's this game as well. I think passengers will prefer to use newer trains, but I don't know about freight. But yeah, there we go. We've just renewed that engine with pretty much the same length train, and for some reason he's leaving food behind. I don't know why. Can you try again, please? We should also give this a funky name. We'll call it San Bernardino Abattoir. There we go. That's good. Now where are you off to? No, I just wanted you to stop at San Bernardino. Just go to Boston. You'll figure it out in time. Good. Okay, so everything should be okay now. Are you making money? You're really not. Wow, the mogul on the passenger trains is not the godsend I sort of thought it would be. Meanwhile, the general's just slugging along, making a good profit. Okay. But look, I think that'll wrap things up for today. I obviously didn't get as much done as I thought I would, but I think we've done some important improvements. I mean, the quad tracks from Orange all the way to Boston, while we're really not getting our money's worth out of them at the moment, and we probably could put a few more signals in, like that. Yeah, obviously we're not really getting too much out of that at the moment, but in time, as we sort of up this fuel run down into Orange, because I want Orange to become a bit more industrial, and yeah, I mean, I'm thinking we can start running fuel down to Ventura maybe, but yeah, as we start running more trains on this section, the quad tracks will come into their own, and it just makes this bridge look even cooler, and I really like this bridge, so you know, we're just going to run with it. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. This has been Transport Fever. I've been T-Nick. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Later days.